Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. We are back with the breaking news series of MBA Matters. We just heard that CAT results are out. CAT results mean thousands of people will get calls from thousands of good colleges. What do? Joy, happiness. But stress is around the corner. We need a panelist to discuss this issue. We need a panelist. Wait, let me see who is coming. Hello, get me a panelist, get me a bloody MBA. What do you mean you can't get anybody? There are so many of them. Get me an MBA. Excuse me. Are you an MBA? Are you an MBA? Yeah. What, ladies and gentlemen, we have our panelist, Mr. Hotshot MBA. Yes, he will answer all the questions for us. Nothing. Don't worry. We'll tell you what to say. Wait. Stay tuned. So, Mr. MBA. Tell me, how do we answer so many questions that those bloody panelists sitting on the other side of the room put? How do you answer so many questions? No, tell me, how did you bloody clear that interview? We need to know a lot of things. Okay. The first question that my panelist asked me to ask is the first question, the most basic one. Tell me something about yourself. What do they bloody want to know? So many things I've given them on my CV. Tell me something about yourself. Yet, what is this? How do you answer this?
So, Mr. Reporter, tell me something about yourself is the most basic question that is asked in an interview. And it can be asked in many forms, such as introduce yourself, or tell me something interesting about you, or tell me something which is not there on your CV.
There are other versions also. There are other versions like, what will your peers say about you? How will your family describe you? How will your teachers describe you? So on. So many questions, man. How do you answer them? So, Mr. MBA, how many questions should we answer? What do these questions represent? How should we answer them? Tell me. The nation wants to know.
So, Mr. Reporter, all these questions that we're talking about, they all revolve around the same thing.
Same thing? How?
They revolve around you.
Oh, really? You?
Absolutely. By asking this question, the interviewer wants to know you. So, you tell them about how you were able to build your character, how you have become what you are today. You can always start off by giving a brief introduction about yourself, your family members, and your initial studies.
By brief, you mean how long? Tell us.
Normal introduction should not be more than 20 to 25 seconds because
20 to 25 seconds, that's a point to be noted.
And then you can move on to your interest, your love, your passion, your hobbies.
Oh, so you mean I can use this opportunity to share things that I really want to share? Things like, I like singing, I like dancing, maybe I like swimming.
Absolutely.
So when do I talk about all that high funda thing about business?
All those high fundas offer later. You'll get ample opportunities to talk about high fundas.
So this answer is purely about me is what you're saying?
Exactly.
Brilliant, I must say brilliant. Thank you. I think it's time for a commercial break. So my sponsors are saying, be tuned and come back for more answers. We're right back after the break, ladies and gentlemen. With us is the Hotshot MBA.
I need to attend a meeting.
That is okay. We need to know the answers. Stay right there. So, there's one more question that I have. A very fundamental one. Yeah, I'm asking. Stop bugging me in my ear, bro. Yeah. So, there's a fundamental question that we want to ask. While all this looks so easy and so easy to prepare, how do I actually prepare for this answer? Now that I know my CAT percentile, all of them know their CAT percentile. What should they do about this?
So, even though it seems really easy that I have to talk about myself, it's always important to actually prepare for this answer.
Really? How should I prepare then?
So, preparation is pretty simple. You can simply sit down with a piece of paper, look back on your life, and write things which are noticeable, things which you would like to highlight.
Okay.
Only when you write all of those things, you will be able to structure your answer in such a way.
Give us a few noticeable things. Tell us what they mean.
Very simple example. I could write things, start from my childhood and start writing things about how I grew up. I had a few cousins, how that developed me. Maybe I developed interest in sports and how certain really important elements in sports shaped my character. Maybe winning a trophy for the team or showing a team spirit. So those are sort of small instances which you can gather on a piece of paper, collect the best of those, and then structure it in a way that can help you answer it.
Brilliant again, I must say, Mr. Hotshot MBA. We really value the time that you're giving.
Can I go for? So can I go for my meeting now?
Yeah, you can carry on. These MBA people have no life any which ways. So, I hope you got what you need to write these answers. And how do you take the basic question of tell me something about yourself? For you, we have arranged a special preview. Let's see an instance of how you actually answer this question in an interview. Stay tuned. Get me a panelist, bro. What are you saying? How can you mess up once again, man? Same day, bro. Do something, yeah. Stop playing PlayStation.
Hey, Mr. Reporter.
Oh, you back?
Yeah.
You had a meeting.
Yeah, the meeting's going on.
And you?
I got fired.
Oh.
Yeah. By any chance you have a job? We MBAs are known to switch jobs a lot.
So we were looking at somebody who can, play
Wait.
the interviewee.
Talking about switching, why don't I interview you?
Oh, no. This is my show. I am known to shout. An interviewee can't shout.
So you should be in focus, right?
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah. So,
Good afternoon, sir.
hi, good afternoon, Harshil.
Hi.
So Harshil, why don't you tell me something about yourself?
Okay. Sir, my name is Harshil. I've been born and brought up in Delhi. My parents are from a middle class background. My mother works in a government organization and my dad runs a small enterprise. I have a younger sister who is pursuing CA currently. I have been born and brought up in a joint family sort of a setup. So one of the core values that I've grown up with is sharing. That has shaped my personality to be a little more adjusting, understanding others' need, and that has sort of had an impact on how I have lived so far. I have worked briefly in an IT organization before coming for this interview. I'm currently a part of that organization. Right now, my role is of an analyst. My job description is to take the client's requirement and translate it for the development team. Personally, I'm really passionate about reading and writing. I write short stories and I'm really fond of reading thrillers. So
Harshil, sorry to pause you there. You said that you were interested in reading and writing. So who's your favorite author?
Since my favorite brand of reading is thrillers, my favorite author is Dan Brown.
Why so?
Dan Brown has a very different way of writing. The way he writes, the way he describes, creates a mental image like no one else. So that is the thing I really appreciate. So when I read his book, the detail of how an architecture of a building is so intricate that you can almost see that building in front of your eyes. So that sort of inspires me to write like that someday, and hence I'm really interested in how he writes, and I like his novels. And also the thrill and the suspense that he puts in the novels is really intriguing.
Wow, that was good, Harshil.
Yeah, that was one of the examples.
Absolutely. While that was just one of the examples of how to answer this question, this was definitely not the only way to answer it. And you have your own personality, your own strengths, your own weaknesses, and you can shape this answer in your own way. Of course, you can use some of the tips and pointers that we just talked about to help you answer it in a better fashion.
Definitely. And in case you feel stuck or you feel you need a specific input, use the comment section to tell us what it is, and we'll definitely reply back as soon as we can. And remember, this is just the first of a series of videos to come. So stay tuned. MBA matters.
Like, share and subscribe.
Cheers.
Cheers.